our pinch pot, we're going to take that same pinch pot and turn it into a pumpkin. So the easiest way to do it is to imagine you're telling it to come here. So, tell it, say, come here, like that, okay? So I'm going to put two fingers right here, and I'm going to press and push out, okay? These fingers will keep it pushed down while I'm pushing out. So I'm just going to push. And if it cracks a little bit, it's okay, as long as you don't push through. I'm going to rotate it, move my thumb. I'm going to push again. You see how that's cracking a little bit? That's okay. I can blend that or I can leave it. It's a pumpkin. It's fine if it looks like that. I'm going to press in again. Don't forget you can change the width of your fingers however you want to. Pressing again, pushing out. Doing it the same way. Try not to do too much pinching, you're just pushing. So I'm pushing on the inside. So it's like this. So I'm inside and I'm pushing like that. And I can show you here. And so you can see how my fingers are pushing along the clay. And I'm going to do one last. Usually you need about 5 different segments. You can do more, but 5 is pretty good. Okay, so now we have this little bumpy kind of cloud of clay. And you can see the inside. Okay, almost looks like a starfish there. But so because a pumpkin has segments in it, all the little ridges. All right, the next thing we're going to do to create this pumpkin, we're going to take any kind of tool that's rounded on the edge. This is just a carpenter's pencil. You can use probably a needle tool if you wanted to, or a regular pencil. I'm going to use this end of a paintbrush, and I'm just going to press down. I'm going to hold it steady. Move it over, and I'm going to push in like that, aiming toward the center. The harder you push, the bigger the crease. Okay, so if you look over here, I'm pushing in, and then I'm rolling it. There we go. Pushing in and rolling it over like that. Okay, so go back to this screen. And I'm rolling it over. I'm going to change it a little bit. Push down a little bit, roll over. You're just trying to make an impression of where those little segments are. Like that, okay? And then if they leave a mark, you can just rub that little mark out. Remember, you can still put your hand on the inside if you want. Like that. Pumpkins can be lumpy. They can be tall. If you want a taller pumpkin, start your pinch pot with more of an oval shape, or press up and in. You can shape it again, as you work on it. All right, so now you can do a detail if you want. You can put some lines on this to give it more of the pumpkin-y look. Just to make sure that you aim for the middle every time. That is one thing about the growth pattern of a pumpkin. I have used a comb in the past to do this, or a pick. And if it looks a little too deep, you can just rub it back out a little bit. But I would rather you wait till it's leather hard to try to remove any of those little crumbs, or like I like to call little clay boogers. Okay, so now we're going to make the stem. So you're going to take a little piece of clay like this, and you're going to roll it between your hands, or you can roll it on the table. And depending on how long you want your stem, you can do just a little cute stem like this, or you can do, like a longer, more dramatic curly Q if you want. But you would have to have one or the other. I like to keep the end clean, like that, for attachment purposes. And you want it to look like a vine. So one of the best ways to do it is just to put some lines on it. I'm not using my needle tool. I'm not using the point. I'm using the back of it to do these lines. And that way I'm not cutting the clay. I'm just making indentions or stamps. Stamping in kind of. All right, here's the trick to this. I'm going to hold it here, and I'm going to give it a slight twist. And I'm going to remove my hands. I'm going to slightly twist it again. And slightly twist it again. Don't do too many twists or you'll tear it up. And you can see now that it looks like a stem. Okay? I have to score which is cutting the clay like that. Both areas where I'm going to attach things. I cannot just stick something on there and think it's going to stay, because it will not. And then I'm going to use slip, which is liquid clay. Let's see. Let me get a little bit. And you can use, I've got little brushes that we can use to do this with, but you can see slip is just clay that has been added, with water's added to it, and it becomes like a little glue for us. Okay, and then I'm going to put my slip on here. I'm also going to get a little bit more, see if I can get it out. I'm going to attach it to here. You really want plenty of slip on there. I could use a little bit more, but I'm putting it on both sides, so it should be okay. And then I'm going to attach it, twist, and in this case, I'm going to push down a little bit. Let's see if you can see what I'm doing on this side. I'm going to push down just to give my pumpkin a little edge, like it looks like it's indented, like that. And then you can either let it touch the pumpkin, or you can let it just hang to the side like that. The next thing I need to do is to make a leaf, and I'm going to take some more clay, kind of keep it, don't make it too tight of a coil like you did with that one. I'm just going to press down like this. I'm going to take my needle tool, trim it if it needs to be trimmed. Take your finger and rub the edges so they're not going to be sharp. Okay, like that. You don't want sharp edges, they turn into knives. Really, really sharp edges in pottery. Okay, and you can also kind of work on this a little bit after it dries some. But now I have this shape right here. I'm going to take and make a vein in the middle of my leaf, and then some lines. You could do this with any tool. You could actually press the lines in if you want to. I like to use the back of the needle tool. That's just me. I'm not even going to do it on two sides. All right, and then I'm going to give it just a little bit of character, okay? I'm going to just give it a little twist and flip like that so it looks more interesting. And what do I need to do here? I need to attach it, but I can't just sit it there. I'm going to have to score and slip it on. Scoring, cutting in two different directions, and then putting slip on it. Get a little slip out of my container. I've got an entire garbage can full of slip, so it's okay. And then if you get enough on one side, you can just put it on one side. And then I'm going to attach it. Just press it in gently because I don't want to deform it. Like this. You can remove the excess slip with your finger or with a paintbrush. Or with any kind of tool that you can get in there with. This is a wipeout tool. And I'm going to blend it just a little bit in this top area where it looks like it's growing out of there more. And then I'm going to, can't get my fingernail in there, but I can kind of smooth it out a little bit with this tool. All your tools, you can use any part of your tool, whatever works, you know, or the back of your nail, if that works. Okay, so then I'm going to blend out some of this. I could even put in some little, you know, stress marks with another tool, as long as I'm not cutting through it. There's a difference between a cut in clay and a smooth line indentation. And I hope you can tell the difference. Because if you look, that opens up much larger. And if this was thinner, it would break it. But that doesn't, okay? All right, that is how you make a pumpkin. It's easy peasy. If you're going to sign it, do not sign with the needle tool or the end of the needle tool for the reasons I just stated. But, you know, you can sign with anything. Just make sure it's legible and I can read it and it's deep enough. And that's it. Then you sit it on the drying rack to dry. You can also clean it up later after it dries up some. All right, that's it. I hope you enjoy that.